Good morning, my dear students. Today we are discussing the chapter carbon and its compounds. Now last class we already discussed the crystalline forms of carbon. Graphite, diamond and fullerene are the three important crystalline forms of carbon. And we already learned the uses and the properties and the structure of graphite and diamond. I hope all of you study that portions. And today we are discussing the amorphous forms of carbon. The word amorphous means the lacking of structure or lacking of a definite form. The amorphous substance do not contain a definite geometrical structure. Such type of compound, such type of forms of carbon is known as amorphous forms of carbon. There are many examples are there for amorphous compounds or for amorphous forms. Anhydrous copper sulfate, chalk powder, flour powder. So all these are examples for amorphous forms of substances. Amorphous forms. And in this chapter we are discussing the amorphous forms of carbon. Okay, our chapter is carbon and its compound. So in this chapter we are detailedly discuss the amorphous forms of carbon. We know there are different types of amorphous forms of carbon are already present. They are coal, coke, charcoal, lamp-black, all are amorphous forms of carbon. Okay, these amorphous forms of carbon do not contain any definite structure or any definite geometrical structure. Here the coal, we know the coal is a naturally present amorphous substance. Coal is a natural amorphous forms of carbon. Coal occurs in nature and other amorphous forms of carbon present as a black residue when carbon containing compounds or carbon rich compounds heated in the absence of air. And these are the main idea about the amorphous forms of carbon. First one, coal. This coal is an amorphous form of carbon. And we know that the coal is a naturally occurring amorphous substance and is a black and rigid amorphous form of carbon. And the coal is one of the cheapest fossil fuels. This coal is used to prepare coke, then the coal is used to prepare fertilizers and it is used to make synthetic petrol. These are the main importance or main uses of coal. Let us see some uses of coal. First important use, coal is used as both domestic and an industrial fuel. And it is used to prepare coke, coal gas and coal tar. Then it is used in the manufacture of synthetic petrol. And coal is an important requirement for the manufacture of some fertilizers and drugs and perfumes. And it is used as a source of organic compounds such as benzene, naphthalene, etc. These are the main uses of coal. Now we are discussing about coke. Coke is another amorphous form of carbon. Coke is an amorphous form of carbon. It is a black porous solid substance. It will burn without smoke. The 98% of carbon is present in coke. Coke is used as a reducing agent and it is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. These are the main characteristics of coke. And the coke we can classify it as two types. We can classify coke two types, hard coke and soft coke. Hard coke is a light, lustrous substance and used in industrial furnaces. And soft coke, it is a black porous substance, it is present in domestic furnaces. Then next we are discussing the uses of coke. Coke is used as a smokeless industrial and domestic fuel. And coke is used for the manufacture of water gas and producer gas. We know that water gas means a mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. And producer gas means it is a mixture of carbon monoxide and nitrogen. So it is used for the manufacture of producer gas and water gas. And this coke is already used for the manufacture of metallic carbide like calcium carbide. We can summarize the uses of coke. The first important uses of coke, it is used as a smokeless industrial and domestic fuel. The second one, it is used in the manufacture of water gas and producer gas. The third one, it is used as an artificial graphite. It is used for the manufacture of artificial graphite. It is also used to prepare metallic carbide such as calcium carbide. These are the main uses of coke. Next we are discussing carbon dioxide. We know the formula of carbon dioxide, CO2. CO2 represents one molecule of carbon dioxide. That means one molecule of carbon dioxide contains one carbon atom and two oxygen atoms. The relative molecular mass of carbon dioxide is 44 AMU. That means atomic mass unit. We can find out the relative molecular mass here. The relative molecular mass of carbon dioxide. Here one carbon atom atomic mass 12, then plus 2 oxygen atom into 16. We will get 44. The use of relative molecular mass AMU. Then this carbon dioxide is present in the form of free state and combined state. In the free state, 0.03 to 0.04% of carbon dioxide is present in the air. And carbon dioxide is also present in the form of metallic carbonates and metallic bicarbonates. Next we are discussing the preparation methods for carbon dioxide. The first one, by heating carbon or carbon containing compounds. C plus O2 gives CO2. This is the first method of preparation. Then second one, methane. We know the formula of methane, CH4. On burning, we will get H2O and CO2. This is the first method of preparation of carbon dioxide. Burning of carbon produce carbon dioxide. Second one, burning of carbon containing compound, it will produce carbon dioxide. Here methane, CH4 means methane. Methane is a carbon containing compound. Then the next way, by heating metal carbonates or bicarbonates. You already studied these reactions in the chapter chemical reactions. The next method of preparation of carbon dioxide, by heating metal carbonates and metal bicarbonates. Let us see the examples here. Then by strong heating, metal carbonate and metal bicarbonate produce carbon dioxide. One example, copper carbonate, CuCO3 is the formula of copper carbonate. Copper carbonate on heating, we will get copper oxide and CO2. Here copper carbon is a metal carbonate. Copper carbon is a metal carbonate. So when heating metal carbonate, we will get carbon dioxide. Another one, on heating metal bicarbonates. Sodium bicarbonate on heating. Then the third one, by the action of acids, by the action of dilute acids. The third method, by the action of dilute acids on metallic carbonates and metallic bicarbonates. I will give some examples here. Calcium carbonate. calcium carbonate react with dilute hydrochloric acid. We will get calcium chloride, then we will get water and carbon dioxide gas. Another example, we can write another example, sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate react with sulfuric acid. What other product we will get? We will get the corresponding salt of sodium, sodium sulfate. Then we will get water and carbon dioxide. Next we can write one example for reaction of acids on bicarbonates. Okay. These two are the reaction of metal carbonates with acids. First one, calcium carbonate react with First one, calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid. It will produce calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Next one, sodium carbonate, that means metallic carbonate react with dilute sulfuric acid. It will produce sodium sulfate, water and carbon dioxide. Next we are discussing the action of dilute acids on bicarbonates. Sodium bicarbonate, NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate react with hydrochloric acid. The action of dilute acids on bicarbonate, metallic bicarbonate. We will get sodium chloride, it's a salt, then water and carbon dioxide. Sodium bicarbonate react with dilute acid, we will get carbon dioxide gas. So these are the three main methods of preparation of carbon dioxide. First we discuss by heating carbon and carbon containing compounds. We discuss carbon plus O2, C plus O2 gives CO2. Next we discuss methane react with oxygen, we will get water and carbon dioxide. Second method, by heating metallic carbonates or metallic bicarbonates. We discuss examples also. Then this is the third method, by the action of dilute acids on metallic carbonates and metallic bicarbonates. We discuss with example here, we discuss the metallic carbonate, that means calcium carbonate react with hydrochloric acid. We will get calcium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Here sodium bicarbonate, it is a metallic bicarbonate. This metallic bicarbonate react with hydrochloric acid and produce sodium chloride, water and carbon dioxide. Okay. These are the three main methods of preparation of carbon dioxide. Next we are discussing the properties of carbon dioxide. What is the nature of carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless gas and it contains faint acidic nature, sour taste. Under normal conditions, under ordinary condition, carbon dioxide is 1.5 times heavier than air. Then what about the solubility? It is fairly soluble in water. Then carbon dioxide can be liquefied under pressure. And we know the solid carbon dioxide is known as dry ice. The dry ice is a sublimable substance. It will change directly into gaseous state. That's why dry ice is used as a refrigerant. These are the main properties of carbon dioxide. First one, carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless gas, it's a slight sour taste. It is 1.5 times heavier than air. It is fairly soluble in water. Under normal condition, it will liquefy. The properties of carbon dioxide. The physical properties. Nature. Carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless gas and it contains a faint acidic taste, that means sour taste. Under ordinary conditions, carbon dioxide is 1.5 times heavier than air. Then it is fairly soluble in water. carbon dioxide can be liquefied under pressure. When carbon dioxide is cooled to minus 78 degrees Celsius under normal pressure, it changes into snow white salt. We are already familiar with that snow white substance that is known as dry ice. We know it is a sublimable substance. It is used as a refrigerant. Next we are discussing the chemical properties of carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide gas is acidic in nature. Carbon dioxide neither is combustible and no supporter of burning, and it changed the blue litmus paper into red because of its acidic nature. The third one, the reaction with water. We know that carbon dioxide react with water, it will produce carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide react with water, it will produce carbonic acid. It will produce carbonic acid. This is the third important chemical property by the action of carbon dioxide with water. Next one, the reaction with alkali. Carbon dioxide gas react with alkali to produce salt and water. Carbon dioxide gas react with alkali and produce salt and water. Let us see one example. Carbon dioxide gas react with sodium hydroxide. We will get salt, sodium salt, Na2CO3 and water. Here the sodium hydroxide react with carbon dioxide, we will get sodium carbonate and water. Excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through alkali, we will get bicarbonate. Excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through that, then we will get sodium bicarbonate. Sodium carbonate plus water plus carbon dioxide, we will get bicarbonate. We can write other alkali. Potassium hydroxide, KOH. KOH react with carbon dioxide, we will get corresponding salt, K2CO3 and water. Then excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through the alkali, we will get bicarbonate of potassium. Excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through this alkali, we will get bicarbonate. Then what is the confirmatory test of carbon dioxide? This carbon dioxide gas passes through lime water, it changes the color into milky white color. When carbon dioxide gas is passes through lime water, it will produce a milky white appearances because of the presence of calcium carbonate. We know lime water means calcium hydroxide. Then carbon dioxide gas passes through lime water, it will produce calcium carbonate. It will produce calcium carbonate. It will produce calcium carbonate. Because of the presence of this calcium carbonate, it shows that milky white appearances. But excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through this solution, the color disappears because it will produce bicarbonates. We can say when excess of carbon dioxide gases passes here, it will produce calcium bicarbonate. When excess of carbon dioxide gas is passes through the solution, the color disappears because it produces calcium bicarbonate because of the formation of soluble bicarbonate. Next we are discussing test for carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide gas changed the color of blue litmus paper into red because of the acidic nature. In the second test, the carbon dioxide gas changed the color of lime water into milky white color because of the formation of insoluble calcium carbonate. These are the two main tests for carbon dioxide. Next, we are discussing the use of carbon dioxide. The first important use, the carbon dioxide is used for making soda water. When carbon dioxide gas passes through water, we will get soda water. Then the second important thing, it is used for photosynthesis process. We already know that. Then the carbon dioxide gas is used for the manufacture of different types of chemicals. Okay. Then one important thing, dry ice. Dry ice means solid carbon dioxide. It is a sublimable substance. It is used as a refrigerant. These are the main uses of carbon dioxide. Let's see the uses of carbon dioxide. First one, the gas is dissolved in water under pressure to give soda water. The solid carbon dioxide is used as a coolant and refrigerant in ships. Then it is used for the manufacture of chemicals like washing soda, baking soda, etc. Then carbon dioxide is used in photosynthesis. It is a natural process to prepare food by green plants. And it is used as fire extinguisher. Next we are discussing about carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide formula CO. CO. It represents one molecule of carbon monoxide. The carbon monoxide contains one atom of carbon and one atom of oxygen. The relative molecular mass of carbon monoxide is 28 AMU. We can find out relative molecular mass atomic mass of carbon 12, atomic mass of oxygen 16, total 28 AMU. Then carbon monoxide occurs in volcanic gas, coal gas, chimney gases, etc. Mostly carbon monoxide is formed when carbon or carbon containing compounds burn in the limited supply of air. That means the incomplete combustion leads to the formation of carbon monoxide. We can write the chemical equation here. 2C plus O2 gives 2CO. Next one, the properties of carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, tasteless and neutral gas. And it is very poisonous gas. It is very sparingly soluble in water. It is combustible and non-supporter of combustion. Then the mixture of carbon monoxide and hydrogen is known as water gas. Let us see the important properties of carbon monoxide. First one, carbon monoxide is a colorless, tasteless and neutral gas. But it has a faint odor and it is highly poisonous. And then it is very sparingly soluble in water. It is a combustible gas and a non-supporter of combustion. Then today we discussed about amorphous forms of carbon. We discussed about coal and coke. After that we discussed carbon containing compounds such as carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. We discussed the method of preparation of carbon dioxide and the physical and chemical properties of carbon dioxide. After that, we discussed carbon monoxide and we discussed the properties of carbon monoxide. I hope all of you cleared today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.